Hey, Path to Purpose community, let's talk about it. All right, I want to address the topic that is really affecting our communities in ways that is unseen certain times because people equate it with these names. They give it, disorder. They give it anxiety. They call it stress. They call it PTSD, a phobia or fear or something. So you have this thing, and as they call it, it's a chronic disorder. So you go to the doctor. They give you some sort of medication to try to suppress this thing. But I've always thought about what exactly goes on in our bodies that allows this to happen. And I know they have a whole bunch of medical terms, and I'm not even going to try to address those because I'm not a physician. But what I did think about, and it's just food for thought, and I'm sharing with my community, this is, like I said, my take on it. But when your mind and heart are not aligned within your body, from a physical standpoint, like you have a mind and a heart, if your heart is feeling a certain way, but your mind is contrary, or vice versa, your mind or your brain has a certain thought process, but your heart is contrary and it feels differently. Isn't that an inward war or an inward uneasiness that starts to happen? Just think about that. And if you have things in your life, whether it be events, situations, environments, circumstances that you're living under, whatever it is continuously that leaves you to have to inwardly be at war with yourself because your mind is saying do one thing, but your heart is contrary, what does that do over time? Wouldn't that allow you to implode in some way, shape, or form, calling it stress, calling it a disorder or anxiety, some sort of, you become fearful to even move or do anything because it's just like, I can't make a decision. You don't know what to do. You're afraid of it all. So it just allows you to deteriorate, I think, over time. Sometimes ending up where people end up just having a stroke or falling out from a heart attack. You hear sayings all the time, and with the life, you hear people worry themselves to death. Is that just a folk tale or saying that people just say, or is that real? I don't know. But it was something that was on my mind, and I kept thinking about it. So I was like, I want to talk to my community about it. You know me. I'm bringing it to the community all the time because I wonder if other people think about this too. You have stress. You have things that have happened, experiences that, and you just can't figure out what's going on and why you can't get past it, why you can't find your happy place or your happy self. A lot of people self-medicate. I'm not knocking it. If you want to drink a drink and have a glass of wine or a cognac every now and then just to, digress and relax and chill, that's cool. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you do these things in a self damaging way, like you're excessive in anything. You're drinking too much, or you're smoking way too much, or you're taking way like a lot of pills to try to suppress this feeling that you have or what you're experiencing inward, so you cannot feel this way. But ask yourself what's really going on in those times when it's at its height, or you're feeling this way most of the time. What's going on? Is it possibly just from a natural perspective that your mind and heart are not aligned? So your soul is really at war. It's just no room for peace. How can you have peace with somebody else outside of your body, but you don't have any within? It causes you to be a very mad and disgruntled person. You can't be happy with not happy for yourself, but then happy for somebody else. Then you just fake. And I don't know, but I think that's gonna come across, as cheesy. At some point, people are gonna say this person's not keeping it real. They ain't, because if you're happy for yourself, then you're gonna truly be happy with others and in your company. But if you're not, then it's gonna be people get to see that and how you react to them and deal with them. It doesn't have to be like you beat them over the head, but you're just not really for them. You're not really happy to see certain things. And the reason why is because your own heart and soul is not aligned. And it's something that we have to look at and focus on and think about, I think. It's just food for thought. It was on my mind. I wanted to talk about it today, so I did. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about it. What I said, is your mind and heart aligned? Because usually if it is, if you have one mind, one body, one thought, one heart on a situation, then you just move fluid, I think. It just goes through. But when you're in turmoil about something inside, it just allows you to have unrest. And you just and left unchecked for a long period of time, you start to have actual physical problems and ailments that derive from this feeling or this misalignment, so to speak. Just wanted to speak about this in my community today. You know, like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment or two. Maybe you agree with what I'm saying, maybe you don't. I am open for feedback always. I am not perfect, and what I say is not only law. It's just, these are my thought process sometimes on a certain topic, and I share it. What you do with it is yours, okay? So I appreciate all the feedback. You know the rest. I'll see you on the next one.